Hawaii. Happy International Day of Nikkei.
Stay healthy! Happy Nikkei Day!
国際日経の日、万歳万歳万歳。
ハワイからアロハ、国際日経デーおめでとうございます。
皆さんアロハ、ハッピーインターナショナル日経デー、アロハ。はい、ハッピー日経デー、アロハ。
Aloha from Hawaii. Happy Nikkei Day.
月見とは9月中に見られる満月を眺めて楽しむことです。満月が見られる夜は昔の日本で使っていた暦では8月15日にあたることから十五夜と呼ばれています。十五夜の月は1年で最も美しい月だと称えられるほどです。月見の習慣は中国から伝来したと言われています。8月15日の夜の月を何と呼ぶでしょうか？正解はこのビデオの最後に紹介します。古くは縄文時代から行われていたと言われる月見の習慣ですが、本格的な祭事として行われるようになったのは平安時代だとされています。中国からの影響を受け、貴族たちは美しい月明かりの下で酒を酌み交わして楽器を演奏したり、邸宅の池に船を浮かべて和歌を詠んだりしたそうです。また、月見は農耕の神様に感謝を捧げる行事とされていたという説もあり、収穫を祝う行事としての側面も見受けられます。現代では縁側など月が見える場所にススキを飾ります。何の変哲もない枯れ草のようなススキですが、日本人は古来から趣を感じ、秋の七草の一つにも取り上げられています。また、ススキとともにお供えするのが月見団子や里芋、枝豆、栗、酒です。月見団子は三宝と呼ばれる器に乗せて用意します。健康と幸せを願う縁起物なので、月見が終わったら家族みんなで食べます。日本には片月見をしないようにという古い言い伝えが残されています。実は月見は十五夜だけでなく、約1ヶ月後の旧暦9月13日の夜にも行われるのです。こちらを十三夜と呼びます。十五夜、十三夜のどちらか一方しか月見をしないことを片月見と呼び、縁起が悪いことと考えられていたために、先ほどの言い伝えとなっているのですね。卵をつゆの上に落として作る月見そばや月見うどんを知っていますか？黄身の部分を満月に例えて、このような名前が付けられています。ここからも日本人の生活に月見が浸透していることがわかりますね。さて、ここでクイズの答えです。8月15日の夜の月を何と呼ぶでしょうか？中秋の名月と呼びます。中秋とは秋の真ん中という意味で、中秋の名月は最も秋が感じられる過ごしやすい気候に、金色に輝く美しい月のことを言います。満月の表面の模様は、古来から人々に様々な想像をかきたてるようで、ドイツでは薪を担ぐ男、カナダではバケツを運ぶ少女、アラビアでは吠えているライオンのように見えると言われています。日本では餅をつくウサギだと言われています。いかがでしたか？初めて知ったことはありましたか？皆さんの国にも月見はありますか？
Darren Miyashiro Sensei, thank you very much for your beautiful koto performance. It was a wonderful introduction to tonight's festivities. Konbanwa and aloha, everyone. Welcome to the United Japanese Society of Hawaii's first virtual Tsukimi no Kai. My name is Shira Tamura, and we have several interesting and exciting programs in store for all of you. Of course, the highlight will be the fabulous full moon, the blessings to all of you, and an enchanting cultural experience. A few housekeeping reminders. Please make sure to have your otsumami ready on your table, a bottle of your favorite spirit drink, paper and pencil ready for the haiku activity, dango ingredients ready, hapi or yukata, singing voice ready, and lastly, a restroom nearby. At this time, I would like to introduce Francis Nakachikuba, 2020 to 2021 United Japanese Society of Hawaii President, to say a few words.
Aloha and welcome to United Japanese Society's first virtual Tsukimi no Kai event. One of the missions of United Japanese Society is preserving the culture and traditions. Tsukimi no Kai is one of the legacy events that we celebrate annually. I look forward to attending this event because it is like Thanksgiving to me. It is giving thanks to what we have, celebrating with friends and family, and enjoying the beautiful moon. It also gives me great joy and feeling of hopefulness because wherever we are in the world, we are all connected and viewing the same moon. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we are unable to gather for this event. However, you're able to still enjoy Tsukimi no Kai at the comfort of your own home or wherever you are. Tsukimi refers to harvest moon or autumn moon. Tsukimi festival is held on August 15th of the lunar calendar. It is called Jugoya for 15th day. They say that the moon is the brightest and most beautiful of the year. With our virtual Tsukimi no Kai event, you are able to see the brightest moon from the Subaru telescope, enjoy international participants from Brazil and Japan and local Hawaii, blessings, learn about haiku, make tsukimi dango, and special drinks, and many more. So stay tuned. This special event was made possible with the support of the Consul General of Japan, special guests and committee members. Thank you very much for your support. Please enjoy the virtual Tsukimi no Kai event and hope you can join us every year. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Mahalo!
Thank you, President Francis Nakachikuba, for your warm welcome to all of us. At this time, we will begin the 15-minute Tamagushi ceremony, followed by koto performance, message from Brazil, and haiku activity. Please be seated. Bishop Daya Amano from the Izumo Taisha Mission of Hawaii will now conduct the Tamagushi ceremony. Bishop Amano will be holding a harai gushi, which is a purification wand used in different Shinto rituals. When Bishop Amano waves the harai gushi, he is sweeping away the stagnation. Bishop Amano's words of prayer expresses gratitude to the kami and asks for good health, happiness, prosperity, and protection for all of us.
Aloha! Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Izumo Taishikyo Mission Hawaii. My name is Jun Miyasaka. I'm the assistant priest. On behalf of Bishop Daya Amano, I'd like to welcome you to the Shinto service for the full moon view. We will begin the service with the beating of drum and the ritual of purifications. The bishop will recite prayers and bless the offerings for our full moon doing. And he also come down to bless ourselves. Now he will come down to bless the representative of the United Japanese Society and also bless those who are present this evening. Please bow your heads and bend the branches ready for purification and blessing purposes. Thank you. Now the bishop will recite the prayer. In the prayer, he will express the appreciation and gratitude for the bountiful autumn harvest and ask for our protection and blessing in classical Japanese. Then he also chant a short prayer.
United Japanese Society of Hawaii, President Francis Nakachi Kuwai, Tsukimi no Kai, Union Viewingを使えん祭らずと、お前に似てみき、月に団をはじめ、月をめでるにゆかり深き、夏物を捧げます親の心を持ち拝み祭る様を心に大大にきこしめしおきこらにコロナウイルスの災いまがごとあらしめたまわず 生かし役ハゲのごとく立ち盛えしめたまえとしかしにも回す
Now the bishop will perform the individual blessing with the sacred lamp. He will come down and bless all of us by praying for our happiness and well-being. Please bow your heads and close your eyes during his blessing.
たまい清めたまい狼の御影をいよいよくが降り祭り麗しき日々を得しめたまいへと祈り祭らくと申す
Thank you. Now, the representative of United Japanese Society will present the sacred lunch and pray for the divine. Now the bishop will perform a deep bow, indicating the end of the service. This concludes the Shinto service for the full moon viewing. Thank you for joining us in this evening. We hope for your good health and well-being. Mahalo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bishop Amano from the Izumo Taisha-kyo Mission of Hawaii for your Tamagushi ceremony and for your blessings. Thank you, Reverend Jun Miyasaka, for explaining the ceremony to all of us. At this time, I would like to introduce Darren Miyashiro Sensei, Mika Miyashiro, and Sophie Narashiba, who will entertain us with a beautiful koto performance entitled Usagi.
きさまにて跳ねる
Aloha and good evening. I'm Ken Saiki, and I'll be sharing MC duties with Shira for tonight's Tsukimi no Kai event. We thank Darren Miyashiro Sensei, Mika Miyashiro, and Sophie Narashiba for their Toyo melody Usagi. Now, rabbits often appear in folktales about the moon, and many Japanese people will tell you they see the shape of a rabbit in the moon. More about that later. At this time, please help me welcome Mr. Renato Ishikawa, President of Brazil Nihon Bunka Fukushi Kyokai, or Bunkyo, the Brazilian Society for Japanese Culture and Social Assistance.
Aloha, Hawaii. My name is Renato Ishikawa, and I am President of Bunkyo, the Brazilian Society for Japanese Culture and Social Assistance of São Paulo, Brazil. I am happy to be able to speak to you today and to send my congratulations to the United Japanese Society of Hawaii for organizing this live stream video to continue and celebrate the tradition of Tsukimi no Kai. I am very happy to greet Nikkei of Hawaii. On the June 20th, this year, Bunkyo organized a live video for International Day of Nikkei. This important date of June 20th was adopted in Hawaii in 2018 to celebrate of 150 years of the first Japanese immigration to Hawaii. In a live video, we presented the 8 Japanese Brazilian values that were identified by the Generation Project, working with Nikkei community in Brazil. This project was created by young people who has been inspired by the experience they enjoyed in Hawaii in 2018. At the Japanese Culture Center of Hawaii, they saw the 12 stone pillars that represent the Japanese Hawaiian values, and these aroused the desire to identify the Japanese Brazilian values. It is important for us to understand what these values are so that we can pass on Japanese culture on the new generation. Here in Brazil, we are in the 6th generation, and there in Hawaii, the Nikkeis are already in the 8th generation. So we have a lot to learn from you. It is a great honor to be part of Tsukimi no Kai. I wish you a great success with this event. And I also wish you all you safe and take care of their health. Happy Tsukimi no Kai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ishikawa. We appreciate your heartfelt message. We were very happy to meet the many Brazilian Nikkei who traveled more than 8,000 miles 2 years ago to attend the Gannemono and Anja events in Hawaii. And we look forward to continuing to strengthen our mutual friendship. The moon viewing festival tradition in Japan dates back to the Heian period, about 1,000 years ago, when court nobles celebrated the full moon by holding lavish parties with music and recitations of poems about the moon. Tonight, we're extremely fortunate to have haiku poet Kaoru Nakamura here to share a mini lesson in composing haiku. Kaoru Sensei is a member of Kaigen Modern Haiku Association and a representative of Niji no Shishikukai in Hawaii.
Aloha, I'm Kaoru Nakamura, haiku poet. I'm gonna share 6 tips to write English haiku and give you mini lessons with 9 haiku composed by the members of United Japanese Society of Hawaii. Okay, let me give you 6 tips. Tip 1. Write in 3 lines. Tip 2. Use about 10 words. You may have learned to write haiku in 5, 7, 5 syllables in school, but just forget it. That makes it wordy and repetitive. Tip 3. Seasonal reference is preferable, but not essential. Tip 4. Clear poetic image and rhythm are important. Tip 5. Use your 5 senses. See, smell, hear, touch, and feel. Tip 6. 1 suggestiveness or strong break by using dash, colon, dots is effective. Okay, now mini lesson. I will recite the original haiku and comment and then corrected one. Let's begin. The pu'eo roost, thick clouds scatter and make way for the gentle moon by Annette Matsumoto. This haiku expresses tranquility. That's very poetic. Pu'eo, the Hawaii owl, gives the image of rich Hawaii forest. To make it more distinctive style of poetry, omit and make way. That is an explanation of the reason why the clouds are scattering. Here is the corrected one. Pu'eo roost, thick clouds scattering for gentle moon. Okay, next. This haiku is written in English and Japanese mixed. Very challenging, but that's great. I recite the original one. この季節、ソーシャルディスタンス、金魚にも by Christine Kubota. Very humorous, and I can see pandemic theme. Instead of saying この季節, this season, how about using しばらくは what a while, so that you don't limit the time. Corrected. しばらくはソーシャルディスタンス、金魚にも。
Thank you, Kaoru-sensei. I hope everyone is writing their haikus tonight. If you would like to share your haiku, please send it to ujsoh1@gmail.com. From there, Kaoru-sensei will be selecting a few haikus to share on our social media platforms. Please make sure to send in your haikus by the end of the evening. Now, no Japanese Moon Festival would be complete without a Tsukimi dango. Tsukimi dango are white rice dumplings made from rice flour and are designed to resemble the full moon. Tsukimi dango is often served plain and are stacked in a pyramid as an offering to the full moon. Now, let's get ready for Yoshimi's easy Tsukimi dango recipe. For this recipe, you will need a 1/3 cup of joshinko, a 1/3 cup of shira tamako, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1/3 cup of warm water. I'll see you soon. Right now, Iwakuni Odori Aiko Kai is ready to get your blood circulating. Are your happy coats and yukata ready? They will be followed by Dr. Yoshida's sharing of the Subaru telescope.
Aloha, my name is David Higa, and I'm happy to introduce the Iwakuni Odori Aikokai. We are a bon dancing, singing, and drumming club. Our first dance is Taketomi Jima de Aimasho. This is a song about someday meeting your loved one on Taketomi Island, which is one of the Yaeyama Islands in Okinawa Prefecture. This dance depicts anticipating going to Taketomi Island and looking for your beloved. This is one of our new dances for 2020, so enjoy the song and dance along.
That was the Iwakuni Odori Aikokai with Taketomi Jima de Aimasho. Dave Higa mentioned earlier that Taketomi is one of the Yaeyama Islands. When I was a young U.S. Navy officer, our ship would often pass the islands, which are the southernmost islands in Japan. And in fact, they're so far south, they're actually closer to the Philippines than to the main island of Okinawa. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Professor Michitoshi Yoshida, Director of Subaru Telescope, National Astronomical Observatory of Japan, for the first of his three-part series. So fasten your seatbelts as we travel to the Big Island to learn more about space, the final frontier, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Hello, my name is Michitoshi Yoshida, Director of Subaru Telescope. Today, I'd like to introduce the Subaru Telescope to you and talk something about the moon. Before the talk, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Michitoshi Yoshida, and this year I'm 57 years old, and I'm an astronomer, and my research main field is observation of galaxies. What is Subaru? Subaru is a very famous celestial object in Japan, Subaru. And Subaru is named after very ancient old Japanese word sumaru. Sumaru means integrated or gathering into one. So, and the Subaru is a star cluster. Actually, it's a Pleiades star cluster. And Subaru is Pleiades star cluster. And it is also called Seven Sisters. And in Hawaiian, it is called Makani. This star is Maya. This is Electra. This is Alcyone. And this is Taigete. And Astrolabe is here. And Seraeno and Mero. These are Seven Sisters. There are another two bright stars around here. That is Atlas and Pleione. These stars are the parents of the Seven Sisters. And the Subaru telescope was named after the star cluster Subaru. But maybe someone thinks that the Subaru telescope is sponsored by a car company. So, but it is not true. Subaru telescope has nothing to do with the Subaru car company. And Subaru telescope is a national organization of Japan. The Subaru telescope is 8.2 optical infrared reflecting telescope operated by National Astronomical Observatory of Japan. And the construction was from 1991 to 1999, and its science operation started from 2000. And you see that in the right picture, a worker is staying here. Please compare the size of the man with the Subaru telescope. And you see that how big the Subaru telescope is. Okay, so let's see the observation start of the Subaru telescope. You see that this is the Subaru telescope and sunset. The dome of the Subaru telescope is opened like this. And you see that these ventilators are also opened to prepare the night observation. You can see the Subaru telescope itself inside the dome. Subaru telescope start its observation. And these are the Subaru telescope staff members. Currently, total 92 people are working in Hilo for Subaru telescope. And this is the structure of the Subaru telescope. You see that 8.2 meter diameter primary mirror is sitting here. Please see the right-hand side picture. This is a 100th model of Subaru telescope and dome. And the Subaru telescope is sitting inside the dome. And the telescope can move up and down like this. And the Subaru telescope and the dome rotate together like this. Okay, finally, let's see the movie of beautiful Mauna Kea sky. It's Subaru telescope and Keck, two Keck telescope are observing the sky. Okay. Keck telescopes are using the laser light to correct the atmospheric turbulence. you can see the very beautiful Milky Way. Okay, the first part of my talk is end, and see you next part. Bye bye.
Thank you, Dr. Yoshida. I am so glad that you're here to share all of your work with us. That was so interesting and there was so much to learn. To begin our Tsukimi dango recipe, we will first need to add all of our dry ingredients into our bowl. This includes our joshinko, our shira tamako, and our 3 tablespoons of sugar. Once all of your dry ingredients are added, please make sure to mix all of them together. While mixing, slowly pour in small amounts of your warm water and continue to mix. You want to mix until you reach an earlobe consistency. Once you reach an earlobe consistency, your dough should look something like this. Please continue to knead your dough so it can be ready for rolling. It's now time to roll our dough. To roll our dough, please make sure that you roll it so it has a width of 1 inch. In the end, your dough should look something like this. We are now ready to shape our tsukimi dango. To shape our tsukimi dango, divide your roll into 16 pieces and roll each piece into a ball figure. Make sure that your figure stays circular in order to represent the full moon. And in the end, you should have 16 pieces of dango. It's now time to boil your dumplings. Make sure that your pot of water is boiling at its fullest potential. When it's ready, insert all of your dumplings into the boiling water. And boil your dumplings for 4 minutes. Now it's time to remove your dumplings. To remove your dumplings, use a strainer and remove each dumpling into a glass of cold water. Make sure to take off the excess water before putting it into the chilled bowl. It should now look something like this. Please enjoy a special performance from Anju Madoka from Madoka no Kai in Osaka, Japan. Tonight, Anju Sensei will be performing a beautiful piece entitled Miyagete Goran Yoru no Hoshi wo by Kyu Sakamoto.
さな光がささやかな幸せを歌ってるささやかな幸せを歌ってる
Thank you, Anju Sensei. We're so glad you could join us tonight and hope you're doing well in Osaka. And thanks for sharing your wishes for everyone's happiness together with Q Sakamoto's 1963 hit, Miyagete Gora, Yoru no Hoshi o. Tonight, of course, the moon is our main attraction. But yes, let's not forget all the little stars up there that are waiting to help make our wishes and dreams come true. Okay, how many of you are still working on your haiku? Well, lucky for you, Kaoru Sensei is back again to help you along. Kaoru Sensei.
Next, Peace and Hope, Hold It with Heart, Flying Beautifully by Francis Kuba. This haiku has a clean image. Peace and hope are already beautiful, so omit beautifully corrected. Peace and hope, hold it with heart, flying higher. Next, leaves move in the breeze, fragrant flowers surround me, time to rekindle by Melanie Takahashi. This one has a really lovely touch. So just omit repetitive word, move, and fragrant. Corrected. Leaves in the breeze, flowers surround me, time to rekindle. Next. Children swim today in nice blue ocean water. Hurrah for summer by Fusayo Nagai. This haiku shows a joy. The word today means a lot under COVID circumstances. Corrected. Children swim today in blue ocean. Hurrah for summer. Next. Possessed by COVID, nightly moonbeams offer hope. May I comfort you by Ralston Nagata. His colloquial expression is very good. You don't need the first line. Okay, just let's focus on the theme, moonbeams. Corrected. Moonbeams offer hope. May I comfort you. Next. See my friends, not now. Are you all hiding from me? Only time will tell. By Clyde Matsumoto. This one expresses loneliness and hope in near future. That's good. I recommend you to try suggestiveness in the second line and omit not now. Okay? Corrected. All my friends hiding from me. Only time will tell. Next. Virtual full moon. Make eyes smile, but for lips it's Tsukimi Dango by Cyrus Tamashiro. You know the title is Dango. So let's focus on the delicious dango. Corrected. Making eyes smile and lips smile. Tsukimi dango. ね。はい、サイラスさん。Next. Next is the last one. Full moon, full of tricks, will treat us to an encore. Soon on Halloween by Ken Saiki. Your theme, October Blue Moon. That is appearing in October 31st this year. The day is Halloween. You know, you have such a lovely theme. So let's give life to your theme, October Blue Moon. Corrected. Full of tricks, treating us to an encore. October Blue Moon. You got it, Ken-san? Alright. Now, I am closing my mini haiku lessons. All the haiku I shared today were very, very cool. Thank you very much for joining my haiku mini lessons. See you next year. Mahalo. Bye now.
Thank you, Kaoru-sensei, for sharing your haiku insights with us. Everyone, I hope you're still writing your haikus tonight. If you would like to share your haiku with us, please send it to ujsoh1@gmail.com. From there, Kaoru-sensei will be selecting a few pieces to share on our social media platforms. We certainly have many talented and wonderful haiku writers out there, so ganbatte kudasai, everyone.
月々に月見る月は多けれど月見る月はこの月の月代々こういう歌を唱えて、そして家内安全無病息災を月に祈ってるんですよね。やっぱり月っていうのはとっても日本人に愛されてるっていうことがつくづくこの時期になったら感じます。
Once your dumplings are cooled down, take each dumpling out and place it on a drying rack. This is to ensure that each dumpling has a chance to dry. Once your dumplings are done drying, you can stack them in a pyramid formation to symbolize an offering to the full moon. Enjoy!
Alô Havaí, eu sou Mário Kamiya e estou muito feliz em fazer parte do Tsukimi no Kai e poder oferecer esta apresentação especial para vocês. Neste momento tão difícil, é uma alegria esta oportunidade de estarmos conectados. Parabenizo a Sociedade Japonesa do Havaí pela realização desta live e desejo muito sucesso a todos vocês. Um grande abraço aqui do Brasil. Até mais! Olá pessoal, nós somos a família Kamiya. Para mim, essa apresentação é uma forma de contribuir os ensinamentos da cultura japonesa, porque com certeza eu sou o que sou hoje graças à educação da minha família e quero deixar um legado da cultura para os meus filhos, para os meus netos e para outras gerações. Meu pai vem de Okinawa, a cidade onde tem a população que mais vive no mundo. E o segredo disso é o Ikigai. Eu tenho aqui os meus 3 principais objetivos de vida, mas muitas vezes é difícil seguir em frente. Lá na frente se torna muito nebuloso, muito turvo. Mas eu aprendi no Ikigai uma maneira de clarear o meu caminho e alcançar os meus objetivos. E é isso que eu quero compartilhar com vocês.
Now, how did it do that? I was watching very closely in it. Well, obrigado, and thank you to Mario, Kamiya, and family for those amazing illusions they did for us. And it was great having Grandpa and Mike, 12, and Rick, 7, joining in as well. Earlier, we mentioned Japanese rabbits in the moon. In Western folklore, you hear there's a man in the moon. In some other cultures, they say it's really a crab claw that you see. Well, it's all in the eyes of the beholder. At this time, we welcome back Professor Yoshida for part 2 of this presentation. He'll be sharing even more fascinating facts about the Subaru telescope and science results, including newly born stars and galaxies far, far away.
Hello. Next, I'd like to talk about the science results of Subaru telescope. Before talking about the science results, I'd like to talk about the very powerful astronomical camera attached to the Subaru telescope. That is Hyper Supreme Cam. We call it HSC. So HSC is installed at the top of the telescope here. Okay, this is a very big camera, HSC. And HSC has a very wide field of view. This is the field of view of HSC. HSC can cover the Andromeda galaxy with only one shot. The diameter of the FOV of HSC is 1.5 degrees. Right-hand side, I show you the apparent size of the full moon. Actually, the field of view of HSC corresponds to the area of 9 full moons. Very, very big field of view. So using HSC, we can take a very deep and wide picture of the universe. This image was taken by Sloan Digital Sky Survey project. And in this picture, you can see many orange objects. These orange objects are all distant galaxies. And using HSC and the Subaru telescope, if we take the picture of the same field, okay, this is a picture taken by Subaru HST. You can see numerous distant galaxies around the central galaxies. This picture and this picture, I think that you can see how powerful the hypercube is. Next, I talk about some science results of the Subaru telescope. The first one is a star-forming nebulae, and the left-hand side picture is Orion nebulae. In the center of this Orion nebula, several bright young stars are here, and actually around here, very big star was recently born, but the star itself cannot be seen because the star is deeply embedded in the interstellar dust. So, but we can see that this very powerful outflow from the newly born star. Okay, so you can see something like that, the hand of turtle, but actually this is a very high-speed outflow from the newly born star. And the right-hand side is a very beautiful picture of another star-forming nebula. And the center of the nebula, big star, was born. And Subaru telescope succeeded to detect a Jupiter-like planet around a distant star. And in this picture, star itself is here, but most of the light is masked. And you can see the very faint point source here. This is a planet orbiting around this central star, like this. Okay, so in the right-hand side picture, the starlight is completely masked. So you can see very clearly newly found a planet around this star. And the Subaru found many, many distant galaxies so far. So, and actually Subaru found 560,000 galaxies, further than 12 billion light years. So in this picture, these red objects are the very distant galaxies. And the number of galaxies found by the Subaru telescope is 10 times that of distant galaxies discovered so far. Thank you very much. So this time presentation at the end. So see you next part. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Yoshida, for sharing about the powerful Subaru telescope. It is amazing to learn about new stars forming, as well as discovering new planets and new galaxies. I can't wait until your next sharing. The next performance will be a traditional Japanese children's folk song, or doyo performance. My good friend, 16-year-old Aolani Yukie Silva, will be singing for you a song entitled Jugoya Otsuki-san, and will be accompanied by 9-year-old William Imamura. This musical arrangement was made by multi-instrumentalist Elvis Imamura, and they are both very grateful to be participating in this virtual event.
Ba ya wa o
Danny, William, and Elvis. You know, it's always so heartwarming to watch young fifth generation Nikkei sharing their Japanese heritage and culture with the rest of us. Thank you. And now, what you've all been waiting for, the Awamori Desserts and Drink segment with UJSH President Francis Nakachi Kuba. Well, I suspect some of you really didn't wait and already started with the drinks. But that's okay because, well, you know, I didn't wait either. So, on with the show.
Thank you, Francis Sensei, for your wonderful recipes. And yes, Tamashiro Market has the best place for poke. But my mom said that I have to wait until I'm a little older to try awamori and sake. But shh, the shooters are oishi. And I hope everyone is enjoying the evening so far. I hope you're relaxing, learning about our wonderful culture, and taking in the breathtaking views. Up next, we have a special koto performance by Darren Miyashiro Sensei, Mika Miyashiro, and Sophie Narashiba, performing a song entitled Kojo no Tsuki. Following their performance will be Dr. Yoshida from the Subaru Telescope. And Iwakuni Odori Aiko Kai will be leading us in our favorite dance entitled Tanko Bushi. Music performed by Anju Madoka from Osaka, Japan. Please join us in this Odori dance. And later, we'll have a special surprise from Brazil. Enjoy, and we'll see you all later.
Hello again. I'm Ichitoshi Yoshida, Subaru Telescope. This time, I talk about the moon and the moons found by Subaru Telescope. These are the facts of the moon. The diameter of the moon is 3,500 kilometers. It is 2,200 miles. It corresponds to 1/4 of that of the Earth. The weight is 1/80th of the Earth. The distance to the moon is 380,000 kilometers. It is 240,000 miles. It always faces the same side to the Earth. And one question arises, how is the distance to the moon measured? The measurement of the distance to the moon, this is Earth, this is the moon. So actually, the most accurate measurement method of the distance between the moon and the Earth is the laser ranging. So that is first irradiate the moon with laser light and measure the turnaround time of the light. So using the reflective mirrors placed on the moon surface by the Apollo spacecraft. Okay, here the Earth and here the moon. And on the moon surface, first a mirror is placed. And from the Earth, the laser light is irradiated the mirror on the moon. And the mirror reflects the light to the Earth. So the distance is this turnaround time times speed of light. Very simple calculation. So we can measure the distance between moon and Earth. This is the picture, one of the reflective mirrors put by the Apollo spacecraft. So this kind of moon laser ranging is continued by the Apache Point Observatory in New Mexico. And these observations revealed that the moon is going away from the Earth at a speed of 3 centimeters per year. Okay, so how was the moon formed? That is the second question. The current most promising hypothesis is giant impact hypothesis. Okay, so this is old Earth. Okay, and this is a Mars-sized planetesimal. 4.5 billion years ago, very big objects collided to the old Earth, and then moon was formed. That is a giant impact hypothesis. Okay, so and many scientists think that the giant impact hypothesis is the most promising theory for the formation of the moon. But it is not, I think, the final theory. And there are actually many other theories on the formation of the moon. Today, I don't have enough time to explain the other theories. Okay, so this is the final slide of this part. And there are many, many moons orbiting around other planets. For example, Saturn or Jupiter. The Subaru found 20 new moons around Saturn. Okay, this is Saturn, and these colored orbit represent the newly found moons around Saturn and by Subaru telescope. Okay, this is the data. Subaru telescope found that this moving object that is actually the one of the moon orbiting around Saturn. And the total number of the Saturn's moon is now 82. So Saturn has many, many moons. Okay, that's all this part. So I'll see you next time.
Our last dance is Tankobushi. Tankobushi is a folk song about coal mining. The dance depicts actions in the mines such as shoveling for coal, throwing bags of coal over your shoulders, wiping the perspiration from your brow, and pushing a cart of coal. Please join in and dance along.
Aloha, Hawaii! Congratulations to UJSH for this Tsukimi no Kai. It's an opportunity to integrate the Nikkeis all around the world and celebrate together this important tradition. Here in Brazil, I proposed the term Nikkei to refer to those non-Nikkeis that admire and practice our Japanese culture. Today, I'm sure many Nikkeis and Newkeis are celebrating and enjoying this Tsukimi no Kai. I will sing a traditional Japanese song with my friend Teru Uehara. We are not professional singers, but we enjoy karaoke, and we will sing from heart for you. I wish everyone to keep safe and healthy. Gambarimashou! Bye bye!
Aloha! Amigos da Sociedade Japonesa Unida do Havaí. Meu nome é Tério Errara e falo de São Paulo, Brasil. Esperamos que estejam todos bem de saúde e que muito em breve possamos nos reunir para juntos contemplarmos a lua cheia. Por favor, não reparem na minha desafinação, eu não sou cantor, mas gostaria, com essa música, de enviar muita energia e positividade a todos os irmãos do Havaí. Aloha!
上を向いて歩こう涙がこぼれないように思い出す春の日一人ぼっちの夜
上を向いて歩こう滲んだ星を数えて思い出す夏の日一人ぼっちの夜幸せは雲の上に幸せは空の上に上を向いて歩こう涙がこぼれないように泣きながら歩く一人ぼっちの夜思い出す秋の日一人ぼっちの夜悲しみは星の影に悲しみは月の影に上を向いて歩こう涙がこぼれないように泣きながら歩く一人ぼっちの夜一人ぼっちの夜はい、ハワイの皆様、頑張りましょう。アロハ。ありがとうございました。Hope you're all enjoying your sake and awamori. I know I am, in moderation, of course. Thank you, Darren, Yoshiro Sensei, Mika, and Sophie for your beautiful and nostalgic performance of Gojo no Tsuki. Also, Professor Yoshida for explaining the giant impact hypothesis on how the moon got to where it is. We hope you all had fun dancing Kankobushi with the Iwakuni Odori Aiko Kai. And what a great surprise from Brazil, Alexander Kawase and Terio Uehara. Obrigado for your wonderful rendition of Ueo Muite Aruko. And now let's bring back Professor Yoshida for his final segment, This one about the moon on Mauna Kea.
Hello again. This is the final part of my talk today. So finally, I like to show you some very beautiful movies of moon and Mauna Kea. So, as you see in the movie, observatories at the summit of Mauna Kea are working every night very intensively to search for the universe. So, and actually, from the solar system to distant galaxies, Subaru telescope has produced many science results. They are legacies of Subaru telescope. But the most important legacy of the Subaru telescope is a friendly relationship with you, Hawaiian people. Okay, so and this is the most important results of the Subaru telescope. Thanks to your great support and love, おかげさまで we have been able to operate Subaru telescope successfully and produce many excellent science results so far. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much. That's the end. Bye bye.
Dr. Yoshida, for that beautiful moon viewing experience and for sharing your work at the Subaru telescope. I hope you'll be able to join us again next year, as we still have so much to learn. Our gathering is now coming to an end, but what better way to celebrate a wonderful evening with the kachashi, performed by members of the Tamagusku-ryu Senju Kai, President Francis Nakachi Kuba's dojo.
What is kachashi? Kachashi is a freestyle dancing where you mix different forms. In fact, kachashi means mix in Okinawan, kachasu. There are no set rules, however, today we'll go over some basic Okinawan movements so that you can choose these forms and create your own dances. So let's give it a try. Let's begin. This is the basic movements. Palms facing up, kneading, bringing your fingers to the back, pushing and forward. To the left and right, push, knead, and push. Or for men, it's with a closed hand or fist, knead and knead. So just be yourself and enjoy, go with the flow and enjoy kachashi. Now let's dance kachashi together.
Thank you, Tamagusku-ryu, Senju Kai, and President Francis Nakachi Kuba, and the performers and presenters for supporting our first virtual moon viewing event. We couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. It was a great pleasure helping to host our 2020 virtual Tsukimi no Kai along with Shira Tamura. We hope you all had a wonderful evening. We certainly did. And now, please rise if you are able for a traditional event closer, the Tejime, or rhythmic hand clapping. We'll do the Sambonjime. 3 sets of claps. Ready? お手を拝借。よー。
茶の湯とは、ただ湯を沸かし茶を立てて飲むばかりなることと知るべしって言葉です。お湯を沸かしてお茶を立てて飲むだけのことなんです。 たったそれだけのことなんだけど、清めてあるきれいなはずのものをもう一回清める。茶碗だって洗ってあるし、それをもう一回清める。それは相手に対する思いやりですよね。で、そうしてくれることを客は見て、あ、こんなにも大切に扱ってくれてるんだなってありがたく思う。で、気持ちが一つになっていくわけ。それからこう一つのテーマに沿った物語が始まる。まず部屋に入るときは軸を見て、あ、今日はこんなテーマで、こんな趣向でお席があるのかな。で、花を見て、ああ、こんな花がもう咲き出したなっていうのを知り、釜を見て、あ、釜がよく起きてるな。美味しいお茶が立ちそうだなって言って、お客様は座るんです。日本の感覚っていうのは省略の美なんですよ。盛り込むんではなくて、削って削って、これ以上削れないっていうところに、却下を見るっていうところが楽しみ方なんですね。だから一輪の花の向こうに咲き誇る姫沙羅の木を想像できたら最高なんです。竹、ヨーヨー、清風を起こす。あ、暑い時期になってきたから涼しげな風を。もう昔はエアコンとかないじゃないですか。暖房もエアコンも空調がない中にいて、だからせめてイマジネーションで涼しさを感じるように、暖かさを感じるようにっていう工夫がそこに現れています。抹茶っていうものはですね、一番古い喫茶法なんです。で、中国で始まったんですけれども、もう本当に古い喫茶法で、中国でももうやめてしまったんです。今は抽出という形の飲み方しかしてない。煎茶にしろ、ウーロン茶にしろ、紅茶にしろ、コーヒーにしろ。で、抹茶っていうのは茶葉を粉末にして攪拌して飲むという本当に原始的な飲酒法なんですよ。それがなぜ残ったかっていうのは茶道という形を取ったからなので、私たちがやめてしまったらこの古い喫茶法がなくなってしまうんですね。ないところにものを見るなんていうのは日本的な考え方なんですよ。空白にものを見るってとっても日本的な考えで、絵画もびっちり描くんじゃなくて墨絵のように空白にないものを見るっていうことを、感覚を知ってもらいたい。まどろっこしいような所作でも本当に合理的に考えられて無駄が全くない動きなんですよ。こうやって締め切った中で、外界から遮断された中で自分の中にずっと入っていくって瞑想みたいなものの世界をもっと楽しんでいっていただけたらいいかなって。深みっていうのかな。本当にね、自己探求なので楽しいです。で、哲学でもあるし。だから若い人たちにこういうことに誇りを持っていただいて、形を覚えるだけではなくて、そこに載せていった昔の教えみたいなものを探求していっていただければいいかなと思います。
す。